안녕하세요. 따레. Hi. My name is 서인혁, and 서 is my surname, and 인혁 is my name. Yeah. And I will be your teacher in this semester, and we will start from Korean alphabet, Hangul, and we will finish this book, 세종 한국어 one book together. I will introduce myself first. In 2016, I started master's program in Tartu University. But because my faculty was in Tallinn, I have lived in Tallinn since 2016, and I finished my master's last year, and I decided to stay here, so I'm here now. Yeah. And I started to work in King Sejong Institute since 2017. Yeah. And King Sejong Institute is financially supported by Korean government, and our institute is installed in Tallinn University at the moment. Before we were in Taltech, but last year we moved to Tallinn University. Yeah. And as you know, we opened 100% 100% online course for the first time. Actually, we didn't have online course before, but because of the COVID-19 pandemic in which was started from March in Estonia, we started to have an online course since March. Yeah. And actually, many of students didn't like about the online course, including me, because for students, mostly it's better to learn the language in university. But some students actually liked online course more because firstly, some students didn't have time to be in a university at certain time. So they preferred uh, online course. And second reason is because you can stop the video and resume the video anytime you want. It's also easy to repeat. Yeah. So if you need some time to think, then you can pause and you can resume the video after you understand something. Yeah. So we thought there's some demand for online course, so we decided to open the online course for the first time. Yeah. So if it works well, we will open the next level course in spring as well. I already sent an email to you probably, yeah, but I will explain about the rule. So every Friday, I will upload the videos. I will upload the new videos, yeah. And you need to watch videos during the weekend or weekdays whenever you have a time. But important thing is you should finish the video before Thursday because we will have a Zoom class, Zoom speaking class every Thursdays. Yeah. So of course, if you don't have time to finish the video before Thursday, it's okay. Still, you should come to the class, but I strongly recommend you to finish the whole videos before the Thursday come. Yeah. And also, I will give you the homework through email or through videos, and you should send me the homework. Yeah, send me the homework. How? Just take a picture of the books or some papers that you printed and send them to me through email like this. So sending a homework it will be regarded as a participation. Yeah. So to take the test, take the exam at the end of semester, you need to do 70% of homework. Yeah. For offline course, is a participation rate, but I cannot see your participation. So for this class, we will check your homework. Yeah, so you need to do 70% of homework and you should send them to me. And yeah, and upcoming, we will meet on upcoming Thursday for the first time. So you can ask me anything that you want to ask. And also, if you want to ask a question, you can use YouTube comment under below here, or you can send an email to me, or you can ask in the Zoom class on Thursday. So just choose whatever you want. Mhm. So now let's start with Korean alphabet. Mhm. Mhm. So is there anyone who know Japanese or Chinese? Yeah. So maybe some of you already have known, but in Korea, we don't use Chinese characters. But in Japan and China, they use Chinese characters. So in Korea, we have our own alphabet system, and it's called Hangul. Hangul. By the way, I use the Estonian and luckily we also have a same pronunciation in Korean language. So you can pronounce it actually more comfortably. Yeah, Hangul. So when I read the first sentence, 나는 한국 사람입니다, which means that I am Korean. Yeah, and those are alphabet, as I said. But in Japanese, watashi nihonjin desu, which means that I am Japanese. But you can see that Japanese use Chinese characters and their own alphabet hiragana. They use both Chinese characters and alphabet hiragana. So this first one is Chinese character, watashi, and this wa is hiragana alphabet, and nihonjin, those are Chinese characters, and desu, those are hiragana alphabet. The difference between Chinese characters and alphabet is based on the sound. So when you write something in English or in Estonian or in Korean, you somehow can read even if you don't know the meaning. But in Chinese character, they are based on the meaning. So when we see these Chinese characters in Japanese, watashi, nihonjin, actually we cannot know the pronunciation. We only can see the meaning because it's based on the meaning. And in Chinese character, in China, they only use Chinese characters. So 我是中国人, which means that I am Chinese. Yeah, and they only use Chinese characters like this. So Chinese characters are ideograms, which means that they are based on the meaning. However, Korean alphabet is phonogram, which is based on the sound, just like Estonian alphabet or English alphabet. Yeah. So we have 14 consonants like this, and we have 10 vowels like this. But there are another version of vowels, which is a combination of vowels. Yeah, so you will see more vowels later. Then who made Korean alphabet? Hangul. It was created by this person, King Sejong the Great, and our institute also was named after him. Yeah, King Sejong Institute. And before he created Hangul, there was no Korean alphabet, so we also used Chinese characters. Yeah. So since Korean language and Chinese language are different, it is hard to communicate with Chinese characters. So there are many poor people who cannot express their ideas. Therefore, I made 28 letters for them. So he wrote in the introduction part like this, and he distributed Hangul in 1446. Yeah. So in the past, during the medieval time, only noblemen were able to write and read Chinese characters because Chinese characters were too difficult. It is difficult for commoners like peasants to study because they don't have time mostly. Yeah. So the king actually made a alphabet for common people. Yeah. So I think the idea was really good. And thanks to him, we, I, and Koreans don't use Chinese characters. So let's practice the alphabets. Yeah. Mhm. So I also have sent an email already probably. So you have this Word file. Yeah. So let's see the Korean vowels first. Korean vowels first. So when you see this one, I wrote the Romanization alphabet, and it is based on Estonian alphabet. So for example, if J, Yuit and R is written, so it's Ya, it's not Ja. Maybe some English speakers will read it as a Cha, but no, it's Ya. It's not J, but it's Yuit. Yeah, similar to English Y. Yeah. And when you see the Korean alphabets, you can see so many circles here, right? So many circles. Actually, those circles are not vowels. Vowels are things which is written next to here, next to the circle, like this, or under the circle, like this, here, 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 like this. So in Korean language, if the alphabet starts with vowel without consonant, we put circle to make it look pretty. Yeah. So that's why we put it like this. So let's mm, read it together. Ah, ah. It's same to Estonian ah. Yeah. And then second one, yeah, yeah. Hmm. So as you can see, if you put one more bar here, it became yeah. So you put it. And third one is oh, oh. I made a mark here because this pronunciation is really difficult for Europeans. And because in Europe there is no country which has this pronunciation. This is o, but it's a bit similar to o. But when you pronounce o, your lips became round. O, o. But when you pronounce o, it's similar to o pronunciation, but you don't make it o. You don't make lips round. O, o, o. Like this. Yeah. Just you should practice more. Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Mm-hmm. And next one. Yo, yo, yo. So same rule with yeah. So we put this small bar here. So it became we are putting yuit there. Mhm. So until here, those for the place of the circle were left. Place for the circle was left. And as I said, if there is no consonant, we put those circles. If there is a consonant, that place for the circle is the place for the consonant. The next one, O, O. Yeah, this is easy because you have an O pronunciation. And the place of the circle became on the top. And on the bottom part, there is a vowel part. So place of the consonant is different like this. Yo, yo. Same rule. If you put one more small bar here, then you put yuit. U, u, u. So also u, you, you, you. Mhm. So also small yuit is put there. So probably you have noticed some rule. I don't know if you can see it. So this is, I don't know, maybe it's just a second. Uh-huh. Okay. So when you see this is o, this is o, this is a, this is u. It became like this. And when you put one small bar like this, and then 여, 요, 야, 유, like this. So this is quite logical actually, because the shape of the A, E, O is quite random, yeah, because it was not created by one person. But because Korean alphabet was created by one person, it's very logical and scientific. Yeah. Next one is 으. 으 is simple. Just make one bar there under the consonant. 으. And pronunciation is really same to Estonian. And last one, E is also, E looks like E, Estonian E. Yeah. Like this. And together, you can combine and E like this. So, 의, 의, 의. Again, 의. I wrote but it's, you should pronounce it all together. 의, 의. Okay. Until those 10 vowels are basic vowel. Yeah. But other vowels here are combined vowel. So 의 is combination of and 이, like this, 의. And next one, let's see, 에. In Korea, unfortunately, we have two A's, 에 and 에. And in the past, Koreans were able to distinguish those 에 and 에 pronunciation, but not anymore. We don't pronounce it. I mean, we don't distinguish it anymore. I'm even not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly at the moment. Yeah. So you also don't need to worry. Yeah. Koreans also don't distinguish it. So just ask which 에 was used. So this is combination of a and e. So it's called I, I. So 에. And this one is combination of and 어이, 에. Yes. So 에, 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 에. 에 is mostly used for words. 에 is used for grammar thing. Yeah, grammar thing. And then 예, 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 예. Also, it sounds really same. Yeah. This is the combination of 야 plus 이, 예, and this is the combination of 여 plus 이, 여이, 예, like this. So 예, 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 예. Now this is 와. It's a combination of 오 and 아, 오와, 와. And also check the place of the consonant, place of the circle is the place for the consonant. Later we will put consonant there. And this is 워, combination of 우 and 우 and 워. And this is 위, combination of 우 and 이, 위. And we have three 왜, 왜. Yeah, so don't worry. Koreans also don't distinguish those at all. Yeah. So this is 왜, y, o plus I, 에, 왜, and 왜, u plus 에. This 왜 is used for foreign words. For example, 스웨덴, which means Sweden. 스웨덴. So we have three way like this. So let's check the pronunciation together and pronounce it together. You should pronounce it. Yeah, you should speak out. Okay. Ah, ah, ya, ya, 어, 어, 여, 여, 오, 오, 요, 요, 우, 우, 유, 유, 으, 으, 이, 이, 의, 의, 에, 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 예, 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 와, 와, 워, 워, 위, 위, 왜, 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 왜. I think only and ya is a problematic vowel for Estonian, vowels for Estonian, and otherwise it's okay. Yeah. So a and ya, similar to o, but we don't make the leaves round. O, a, yo, ya. This practice. Then let's go to consonants. Mhm. So in Korean language, as a rule, you cannot pronounce consonants independently. Yeah. So probably if G is written like this, uh, Estonians probably will pronounce g like this. But if you pronounce g, it sounds like 그 for Koreans. It sounds like 그, and you should write 이거 그 like this. Yeah. So we cannot pronounce consonants independently as a rule. Yeah. So let's put vowel a together and pronounce it as with a. So together, 가, 가. This is simple G. Yeah. But there are some Estonians or Russian Estonians who pronounce it like a Russian alphabet, like ga, ga. There is a vibration in Russian language, ga, ga. But in Korean language, there's no vibration. Ka, 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 like this. Okay, and this is double G, double G. Yeah, U is written two times, double G. Double G is similar to Estonian ka. So do you know that Estonian K and English K are different? So I wrote EN, which means that English K, and I put ete, which means Estonian K. So this is ka, like kartur, kadriuruk, ka, this ka. But this is ka, like this. So when we think about Korea, in English it's Korea, Korea, but in Estonian it's Korea, Korea, Korea. So Korea, Korea is totally different pronunciation. So in Korean language, we have both pronunciation. So actually for Estonians, it is very advantageous compared to other European countries because you have this pronunciation and you have this ka pronunciation as well. And you speak English, yeah, because you're taking the course at the moment. So, third one, na, na, which means mina, na. Third one, ta, ta, As I said, there's no vibration. Da, no, ta, 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 no vibration. And double D is Estonian te, ta, ta, Tartu, Tallinn, ta, ta. Is different from English ta, 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 ta. And next one is L or R. In Korean language, we don't distinguish L and R. It sounds same for me. Yeah. Mostly the pronunciation is L, but sometimes it's R. But I will explain about the rule later. Yeah, but not now. So, but if you pronounce L, then it's right mostly. And even if it's wrong, it's okay because Koreans understand. Yeah. La, la. So do you know ramen? Ramen? Yeah. We say 라면, 라면. Like that. And next one, 마, 마, M. And next one, 파, 파. We don't have a V sound. We don't have a V sound. So, so when you're watching YouTube video at the moment, right? How do I write it? D, D, O, like this. B, E, B, D, E, D, O. Because there is no consonant, we put circle here. So P, E, O, like this. E, D, O, E, D, O. Not V, D, O, but P, D, O. And next one, Estonian 빼, 빠, 빠, 빠르크, 빵크. But as English P is 파, 파, park, park. So park, park. Also different. Estonian 빼, 빠. Double B. Next one, 사, 사. And next double S is 사, 사. This is a bit difficult for Estonians. When I ask you to pronounce 사, you pronounce it with a strong accent. And when I ask you to pronounce strong one, then you pronounce it more strongly. So you should say it softly and strongly. Soft S, strong S. 사, 사, 싸, 싸, 사, 사, 싸, 싸. Yeah, I hope you get it. And circle, is it doesn't have a pronunciation. That's why we put it as a first consonant when there is no consonant, right? But this can be used as a second consonant in Korean language. So for example, 그 and a. So this is ka, G plus A, ka. But when I put then it became second consonant and the pronunciation became So 강, 강, 강. The pronunciation became like this. So And this 자, 자. Well, I try to write in Estonian language, Estonian alphabet, but yeah, this is the best. And it's also similar to English J or Z. Yeah. 자, 자, 자. And also many Russian speakers ask me which Z is correct one in Russian alphabet, but I know that there are many G in Russian alphabet, so any of them will be okay. Yeah, that those sounds same to me. So 자, 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 자. This is double z, so 자, 자, 자. And this is 차, 차, 차. And it is similar to English ch, church, church, 차, 차, like this. So let's practice. 자, 자, 차. 자, 자, 짜, 짜, 차, 차. 자, 짜, 차. Probably you're confusing at the moment. It's not sure. So is okay. Those three consonants are the hardest one, and only thing that you suffer in the beginning. So don't worry. You will be okay. So don't. I hope you don't get discouraged so much. So yeah, let's just practice it, especially in Thursday. Okay. 자, 짜, 차. Next one. 카. Yeah, English K. I already explained. 카. 타. English T. 타. 파. English P. 파. 하. English 8. Not English 8. Just 8. 하. 하. Also, let's compare this. 가. 까. 카. 가. 까. 카. 다. 따. 타. 다. 따. 타. This one. 바. 빠. 파. Like this. Okay. So let's practice. Yeah. Let's repeat. 가. 가. 까. 까. 나. 나. 다. No vibration. 다. 따. 따. 라. 라. 마. 마. 바. 바. 빠. 빠. 사. 사. 싸. 싸. 응. 응. 자. 자. 짜. 짜. 차. 차. 카. 카. 타. 타. 파. 파. 하. 하. I forgot to add this. Also, we don't have a F sign, F pronunciation, so we say 파이어 for fire. 파이어, like this. Okay, yeah. So please repeat and practice and memorize. Yeah, you should memorize the alphabet first. Yeah. So actually, it's a bit hard in the beginning because you need to memorize another alphabet. Yeah. So it takes some time. So yeah, please study by yourself, and I will give you 3 weeks. During 3 weeks, we will finish Korean alphabet and chapter 1. During that time, I hope you master the alphabet during the 3 weeks. Okay, then let's see how to write your name in Hangul, Korean alphabet. Yeah. As I said, consonants can only be pronounced with a vowel. If there is no vowel or consonant, simply add ư. Yeah. So for example, Christina is a common name, yeah, Christina. And for us, Christina is not possible to pronounce because K does not have a vowel. So we put k and then k, 리, S also S does not have a vowel, so we put 크리스티나. So 크 and 르 and 스 and 트 and 느 and like this. 크리스티나. So when you talk about your name, or when you speak with the foreign language, foreign words, foreign vocabularies in Korean, you should pronounce those in Korean way. 크리스티나, 크리스티나, like this. And Tallinn is also same. 트아르, so 트아르, 탈르이느, 린, Tallinn. So one vowel can have two consonants, front and back. So in this for Christina, one vowel has one consonant, but for Tallinn, one vowel has two consonants, front and back, like this. Tallinn. Yes. Okay. And if there is no consonant in front of vowel, put 0 to make the letter pretty. Yeah. So I already explained about this. Yeah. So my Estonian name is Indrek because it came from Inhyok, Indrek. Yeah, in. So because in starts with E, so there's no consonant in the beginning, so we put circle here and E, N. So in. Oh, D doesn't have a vowel, so into, and 르, 에, 그, 인드렉, like this. And also pronunciation for second consonant, we don't say indirect. If you pronounce indirect, then it sounds like 인드레크. So you shouldn't pronounce k. So indirect. Yeah, it feels like you don't finish the word. Indirect. Okay. And let's see how. So yeah, with this information, please try to write your name by your own. Yeah, that's the homework. And I will check on Thursday whether your name was correctly written. Yeah, that's the homework. Please write your name in Korean. So let's see Estonia. How do we write ST? We heard about Estonia from United States, so we follow English rule. So in English, it's Estonia. So we also say 에스토니아, 에스토니아. Because S doesn't have a vowel, we put like this. So 에 is a silent, so we put circle here. So silent and so and s and no vowel, so we put s and t, o, to, n, i, ni, and also silent and 에스토니아. We write like this. Okay. Let's compare the grammar in Korean and Estonian language. In Estonian, it's the order of the sentence is subject, verb, object. It's same with English. Subject, verb, object. But in Korean, it's a subject, object, and verb. Subject, object, verb. Yeah, subject is first, but object and verb are the order are different. Yeah. And in Korean, there are postpositions, just like in Estonian. Yeah. So, sorry. So you put ga, u, like this, right? And the thing is also Koreans put postpositions for subjects as well. That's what Estonian language doesn't have. Because in Estonian, you don't put anything for subject. Yeah. You just say ma, not you don't put anything. Yeah. Like upetaya, just don't anything. Yeah. But in Korean, we put 는 or other thing as well. Yeah. So 저는 저 means 미나. 저는 친구 스브라 하고 가 한국 음식 코레아 또이트을 우 먹어요. Sen like this. Yeah. So we use postpositions just like in Estonian, but we don't have a cases system. Yeah. In Estonian language, you have 14 cases. Yeah. But in Korean language, we have like more than 300 of those. Yeah. So it's not countable. Yeah. It's not the case. And the reason why we have this much is, for example, 미나카, 미나까. Yeah. We use 저도. For example, 저도, 미나까. Ka is not the case in Estonian language, yeah. But in Korean language, ka is also a post position. Yeah, that's why we have so many post position. So don't worry about it. It's not a like grammar. Just think it as a like a new vocabulary. Yeah, then it's okay. Okay, so that's it for this video. Yeah, and let's see in the next. 안녕.